Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 20th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Friday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Friday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the tropics here. We're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Tammy, which is still expected to become a hurricane down in the northeastern Caribbean. You can see the tropical waves behind the system. This one here looks a little suspicious. The National Hurricane Center needs to monitor this one and also this one coming off the African coast because they look a little suspicious to me. Any of these storms could become something possibly, so we need to monitor these systems as they continue to move across the tropical Atlantic. These systems are moving a little further south than normally this time of year. They usually roll over. We also be going to be watching something develop here in the southwestern Caribbean Sea. Right in this area here, it had like a 10 to 20% chance of development. So we need to keep an eye on this system here as well because something is expected to develop there according to the National Hurricane Center. All right. Also, we got a cold front extending through the Carolinas. Also, we got another one extending offshore, extending from up here near the northeastern United States, all the way back down into the northwestern Caribbean Sea, as far west as northern Mexico. And also on the left part of your screen here is Hurricane Norma. Norma continues to make her track to the northeast, and then eventually it will make a trek across northern Mexico and then into maybe Texas and bring you guys some rainfall as well. But anyway, right now we after this cold front moves through pretty much high pressure pretty much take control of areas weather across much of the United States. Ridge will set up to the center portion of the state, and a lot of these systems will continue to just move around the ridge of high pressure that will be pretty much part over the southwestern United States. Going to bring some hotter temperature for you guys as well. Alright, well, if you're a new viewer and you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Love to have you. Also like these videos, share these videos, and also we're going to be discussing Tropical Storm Tammy in this video. Also the Watches and Warning Advisory map. Also we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today because we have a marginal risk over portions of the southeastern United States. We'll go into detail on that. And also we're going to take a look at the weather radar across South Carolina. So stick around to the entire video. Do not miss a beat of this forecast. And let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. And let's continue on down the line here. Alright, let's move on to Tropical Storm Tammy. As you can see here is Tammy located just east of the Leeward Island, Windward Island. Here they are right here. Tobago, you already getting on some activity. We have tropical storm warnings also in effect. Some hurricane warnings also are watches in effect. We should get to that in just a minute. This system is getting very, very organized. It's continuing to push on off to the west, and it's going to cross these islands as we continue to move forward. All right, let's take a look at the. We're going to take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. Alright, you can see here's the Tropical Storm Force wind field right in here. That's a pretty large area. We have tropical storm watches. Also, tropical storm watches in effect for the southern islands here. There's some hurricane warnings I was talking about here. And also there's there as well. It's going to continue to push on off to the west, northwest, and you guys will get affected by this storm. Some areas over here in eastern Puerto Rico, you may get affected by some of the tropical storm force winds, and also expect hurricane conditions over the Virgin Islands as well. Alright, if you're tracking this system at home, it's located near latitude 14.1 north, longitude 58.6 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 75 miles an hour with higher gusts, and movement is to the west-northwest at 7 miles per hour. And I truly apologize. I thought it was a tropical storm, but it is now a hurricane. So it is Hurricane Tammy. I said yesterday in the video it probably will become Hurricane Tammy before it even reaches the island, and it did. So I do apologize. I thought it was Tropical Storm Tammy, but in fact it was Hurricane Tammy. So the 11 a.m. advisory, it is a hurricane with winds of 75 miles an hour, and it will remain a hurricane through next Wednesday just east of Bermuda. Bermuda, you may get impacted off of this system as well, as I've been talking about for the past several videos as well. So just be on the lookout for that. Alright, my friends down in the Leeward and Windward Island, British Virgin Island, and Puerto Rico, take cover as this system heads your way. Expect a copious amount of rainfall to expected with this storm. Also gusty winds up to hurricane force winds. Also tropical storm force winds as far west as Puerto Rico and the British and U.S. Virgin Islands. Would not be surprised maybe a little bit of winds could sneak over toward the Eastern Dominican Republic. I would not be surprised at that. And you guys up in Bermuda could possibly get affected by the system, like I've been talking about in the past video. I would not be surprised to see this cone shift a little bit further to the west, maybe. So we'll continue to monitor. I'll have more. Hurricane models here. Here's the current position of the storm. There it goes toward the Leeward Island. There's the northeastern Caribbean Sea. Like I said, the center of the storm, according to them, it's supposed to stay east of you guys, but I would not be surprised to see this center sneak over into the northeastern Caribbean Sea and then continue to push on off to the northwest. Now the models, what I'm seeing now, that changed a little bit from what I was thinking yesterday. They are going off to the northeast. So yesterday a lot of the models were kind of sending it back to the west, but now most of them has agreed now and taking it off to the north and east. But there's one model still won't take it to the west, one wants to take a little bit to the north. That's why I said it may ease back just a little bit back to the west in the coming forecast track later on down the road. Let's take a look at the intensity guidance of this system. Alright, you can hear it's got about 60 knot winds equal up to 75 miles per hour. There it is here, tropical storm status. Some's even taking it up to a category, low end grade category 2. Right now I'm just going with a category 1. Could it reach category 2 status? Possibly. But right now I'm just going to go with a category 1 hurricane at this time. Some other models taking it all the way up to a category 5. That's the outlier. I do not believe that one. That would not occur. Even the category 4, that's not even going to occur either. But category 3, I doubt that too. 2, I got a little more confidence it could become a 2. But right now I'm just going to stick with category 1 at this time. But I'll have more information on that as we draw near. Let's take a look at the GEF ensembles here real quick. I'm still looking at some of them model runs. As you can see, most of the model is taking it to the northeast, but as you can see, there is a few still trying to bend it back to the west. That's why I'm still a little concerned about it could bend back a little bit toward the west and then take a northward turn. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the National Hurricane Center, send it out to sea, and kind of disregard these models here for right now. But I'm just going to just throw that out there just in case if them model runs do want to send it back to the west. Let's take a look at the GEPS ensembles, and then we'll move on to the Watches Warning Advisory map. Alright, according to this model here, it takes it, just like I said, to the Caribbean, Northeast Caribbean Sea. Then it takes it to to the northwest, then it kind of northeast, then it bends it back to the west, to the north, and then it kind of meanders around. Some of the models just do about the same thing. Just kind of just meander it out here in the tropical Atlantic. Because here's Bermuda here, and some of it's right, one of it's right there near Bermuda. As you can see that line there where it went over to the right and then backed up to the south of Bermuda there. Some of the models still showing westward jog. So, like I said, I'll continue to monitor it. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the National Hurricane Center at this time to send it to the northeast. But I'll continue to monitor it and see what happens. Alright, that's your tropical update. Now let's move on to the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see here we got them gale warnings in effect from up here in their Maine all the way down to the east coast of Florida. Even got some small craft advisory there as well. Also across the coastal waters there in the Big Bend area of Florida, back over toward the Panhandle region as well. Special weather statements in effect for low relative humidity. Could be some fire danger statements there as well for a portion of Mississippi and northeast Louisiana. Wind advisories over a portion of Montana. Also, we have some small craft advisories also in effect for Washington, Oregon State, and even Southern California as well. Alright, the northern Hawaiian chain island got a few small craft advisories there. Central and south look they okay. As you can see behind the Hawaiian chain island map here, there is a hurricane warning. That's where Hurricane Norma will make landfall in the Gulf of California and also northwestern Mexico. And also we still have those winter weather advisories, over northern Alaska, freeze and spray advisories, and small craft and storm warnings around coastal areas of Alaska as well. Alright, let's move on to the severe weather perspective of this video. Alright, as you can see here, we got general thunderstorm from Maine all the way down to northern Florida. Here's that marginal risk over the Carolinas and Georgia for some possible in this evening. If you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, North Charleston, South Carolina, marginal risk for severe weather this afternoon. Tornado probability less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds 5% here. Same areas from Charlotte, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, North Charleston, South Carolina as well. And also the hail probability. This includes Charlotte, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, Gastonia, North Carolina, and Rock Hill, South Carolina for some severe weather with some large hail possibly. It's only like a 5% chance for severe weather. Alright, now we're going to wrap it up with the Columbia, South Carolina weather radar here in Columbia, South Carolina. As you can see here, we got the radar view extending from up here in eastern North Carolina, central and eastern North Carolina, up here not too far from Raleigh, just east of Wadesboro, North Carolina. The shower activity moving out of your vicinity. Also, we got some shower activity around Charles, South Carolina, down toward Darlington and Florence. Also towards Sumter, South Carolina, toward Orangeburg, Bamberg, moving in toward Walterboro, South Carolina, all the way back down towards the Statesboro area of Georgia. This line is continuing to push on off to the east. So you guys in Savannah, Georgia, Hilton Head, Beaufort, Walterboro, and also Georgetown and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This line will continue to retrograde to the east and also will bring you some showers and storms. Would not be surprised to see maybe a few severe thunderstorm warnings possible with this cluster down here across southern South Carolina as it continues to move east. So stay tuned to your local National Weather Service office for watches and warning, and also keep your NOAA weather radio in alert mode this afternoon anywhere across South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia where I showed the marginal risk because a warning could pop up at any time. You see this cluster of showers and storms up here in western North Carolina. This here will continue to swing southward and southeastward and move into the upstate of South Carolina. May fire off a few more storms. We got another little skinny line here trying to develop just north from Charlotte, just northwest of Lancaster over toward Newberry. Look like it is kind of weakening some, but maybe a few scattered showers continue to push eastward. But like I say, this is the main batch here, back here in the western North Carolina mountains, all the way back into northern Georgia. All this activity will swing through the area later this afternoon and could produce some damaging winds and some large hail as it continues to move through the area. So stay alert for severe weather possible across South Carolina, but we'll have more tonight on it. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Friday afternoon, folks. Take care.